The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, and flavor of local snacks, national favorites, and yes, even some bizarre or international treats alone or in head-to-head battles. My name is Jess, and with us is our favorite person, Ed.
How are you, Jess?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Are you excited for today's snack?
I am excited and intrigued, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in one of the news stories that this
did.
was coming out, and I believe it was introduced just last month.
So it's brand spanking.
Yeah.
Still got that new car smell. These are the Cheetos Popcorn line.
Is that a thing? It is, apparently, right?
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're branching out. These are the Cheetos Popcorn Cheddar and the Cheetos Popcorn Ever Popular Flamin Hot.
Whoa.
Swanky. So they have the definite colors of the regular Cheeto.
Right.
Cheeto.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
Technical. I know, I feel funny. And the Flamin Hot. I mean, These look aggressive.
Yeah, they've kind of flamed everything across the line, you know.
You were talking about a lot of them.
Potato chips, and they've got Doritos.
I still like those, the Oots.
Oh, yeah.
Flamin', the hot ones.
Yeah,
the Red
those
Hot.
are a little bit different. Yeah,
They are, but
I like it.
They're a classic. I mean, how do you not crave those sometimes?
But Jess, I'm going to review a little bit about the history of Cheetos. We've covered it before.
It's so good info.
It really is. You know, it started with Frito-Lay. So the same guy who created Fritos,
Yep.
Charles Elmer Doolin, invented Cheetos in 1948.
I love them.
And they began the national distribution at that point. And really, the big initial success of Cheetos was a contributing factor to the merger between Frito and Lay.
Yes.
But that wasn't until 1961 when it became Frito-Lay.
You know, it just seems like peanut butter and jelly, they were made for each other.
They were made for each other in the snacking world.
Life.
Now, it's been quite a while because in 1965, only 4 years later, Frito-Lay became a subsidiary of Pepsi-Cola Company, forming PepsiCo.
So the peanut butter and jelly was put in the bread.
And it was done. It was a sandwich at that point. You know, Jess, this sort of surprised me that the first Cheetos were the crunchy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that, 100%.
Before the puffy ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me and Cheetos go way back.
Way, way back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jess, interestingly, until 1998, Cheetos had a hyphen in its name.
Cheetos?
Yeah.
Mm.
Cheetos, which is nice. And, you know, as of 2010, there were 21 variants of Cheetos.
I don't think I can name 5.
You know, I think they come and go, and that probably includes, you know, some special editions and what have you.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Now, the Flamin' Hot Cheetos have been around for quite a while, since the 90s, really. So they've got a lot of mileage on them.
That's good.
And Cheetos Popcorn is new.
Remember, new car smell.
Just hit the retailer shelves. And I think we covered it in a news story that Cheetos Dust is called Cheetle.
Cheetle.
Now, it's interesting. This was sort of a big announcement recently, but they've had it trademarked for over 10 years.
Cheetle?
Cheetle. Yeah.
I don't remember you telling me that, but I could have been snacking.
No, I don't think we had that info last time.
That's...
And then,
I feel bad I didn't know.
even though the big announcement came recently, you know Chester Cheetah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used the hashtag Cheetle way back in 2015. So this has been in the works for a while.
I like him. He seems like there's a part of him that just doesn't care. He just wants to eat his Cheetos.
Well, I want to eat this popcorn, and I'm starting with the cheddar because the Flamin' Hot will burn us out.
It
Although
might.
I don't find the Flamin' Hot crazy hot.
It's not crazy hot, but it will cover up cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's loud. I'm sorry about the crunching.
That's got some good flavor there.
It's definitely good. And I'm not trying to make comparisons with another. You know what? I'm going to do it because I have to. When you think of cheese popcorn, what do you think of?
Smart food.
There you go. So everybody shouted out smart food because it is delicious. That stuff is like happiness compressed into a popcorn with a white dust of cheese.
Yep.
This is good. And if anything, I'd probably mix the two in a bowl for a festive
Oh,
yellow and white cheese
yeah.
duo. Yum. Yeah.
I would say this one doesn't have the intensity.
Of cheese.
Yeah. I mean,
Right there. But eat one.
yeah,
And you taste cheese in your jaw.
you're right.
It's weird, right? Sorry, I had to do that to you.
Yeah, I thought you were telling me
You
you
have
got
Cheeto
crumbs
in your
in your beard.
You got some Cheeto beer.
Cheeto beard. But yeah, I think on the smart food, it's a whole mouth sensation. It's on the tongue and
The roof of your mouth.
really intense.
It's delicious. And I think that maybe they should get together and kind of talk about their magical smart food process. But I didn't like the smart food buffalo. I feel like I
Yeah.
would eat smart food, then Cheetos popcorn, and then maybe very last the buffalo smart food.
But you don't know. You haven't had the red hot yet. You might decide, oh boy,
That one could be fancy pants, but
it
we're
could
waiting.
be.
Yeah.
Well, Jess, I'm going to cover a little bit of news while we crunch in the listeners' ears.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, they
They don't mind.
They mind.
They mind.
All right, I'm ready.
You know, we had that story about the world's largest candy bar. You recall that?
I do.
Are you having too much intense?
It tastes like Italian dressing.
What, the red hot? Are you
It tastes-
sure?
It tastes like pasta salad or Italian dressing.
Wow.
Does it really? It really does. All right, I'm so sorry. Yes, large candy bar.
And it's not at all unpleasant. It's just not what you would expect as a first
Just
taste.
saying, that made me nervous.
Yeah, so you remember who had the world's largest candy bar?
I remember wanting to eat it.
Snickers.
It was
Wow.
huge. Nougat for days.
Just really shortly after that, somebody took the title away.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Bigger than the biggest Snickers.
Bigger than the biggest Snickers. And that would be the Reese's Take 5.
How?
Well, theirs weighed in at more than 4,700 pounds.
I'm
That's
so sorry. That's absurd.
over 2 tons. It was 2 feet high, 26 inches wide. It must have been very long.
Must have been very delicious.
And the Guinness Book of World Records declared that in Waco, Texas, as the world's largest chocolate nut bar. The Snickers, on the other hand, was somewhat smaller.
They couldn't let Snickers have it.
Nope.
For shame.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, no, that was actually the Snickers that was 4,700. The Take 5 was 5,943 pounds.
So they literally slapped the taste out of their mouth. Excuse my language. That was fresh, but
9 feet long by 5.5 feet wide by 2 feet high. That's a big candy bar, right?
That's a big candy bar.
And yeah, it took 5 days to make it and was presented Friday at Hershey's World in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's insane. I
Yeah.
feel like, how do you, like, honey, I'm going to work. I'll be home late. I'm just going to make the world's largest candy bar today.
Well, it actually took them, it was a team of 5 people, and it took them 5 days to make that candy bar.
That's a lot of good work.
It really is.
For 5 people. They should be given awards and not just in chocolate.
Both Mars and Hershey did it as a tease for their Super Bowl commercials. So it was
Oh,
just sort of getting the word out about these things.
I get it. That makes sense.
Now, don't worry, Jess, the candy bar will be distributed to Hershey's employees
Oh, good.
because, according to Guinness World Record guideline requirements, all food-related records have to be donated or consumed. They don't want you to create this giant thing and waste food.
Which is good. I like that rule. I just wish they would have sent some to the Friendly Neighborhood Snack Authority.
Well, maybe. Maybe
shame.
once we're more famous.
More famous. I like the way he says that.
All right. Well, I would say, the Flamin' Hot has some heat to it.
It's a little bit of a pepper zip. It's I don't know. It's not overwhelmingly spicy. I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt you, but I wouldn't give it to like a 2-year-old.
No, they would cry.
Maybe. I know some kids who like it hot, but popcorn's choky anyway. Drink juice.
Well, speaking of children, Jess,
Ready.
there was a study, all right, and here's what it found. Children consume more calories in post-game snacks than they're burning during the game.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's good. They're getting some exercise, but then they're chowing down.
Kids have always had it. Like, I am amazed at how much children can eat, like horrified sometimes, but
Yeah.
they're kids. I mean, they're going to run around anyway and be crazy and burn it off.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
This was out of Texas A&M University.
Okay.
Their chief wellness officer, Jay Maddox, did a study that measures how many calories children were expending in youth sports games compared to the number of calories they were consuming afterwards.
Okay, so what were the exact numbers?
Well, they found the average kid played about 27 minutes and expended about 170 calories.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty low, but...
For a kid, I mean, they've only got 600 calories make up their whole bodies?
Well, yeah, and even when they're playing the sports games, they get distracted and wander around.
We do.
You've seen the kids playing, especially
Standing
the
there
young
waving at
ones.
you.
Yeah. And the balls flying over their head or whatever.
That's cute.
And they consumed about 213 calories, so 43 calories more than they were expending.
Well, when you think about it, though, I mean, maybe they have a treat after the game, after working that hard, but it's probably almost dinner time. Maybe they're eating dinner plus a treat, which if you make your kid run around, they're going to want a treat. How are you going to say no?
Well, what he found really is that the bulk of the calories were from Gatorade and fruit juice and things of this nature. So he's just recommending that you substitute some water for the sugary drinks.
I actually wouldn't have thought of having fruit juice after working out or doing anything like that. I usually go for water or...
It's probably a kid thing,
Oh, yeah. Kids.
Yeah, but I would say if they're out getting their exercise, let them have a healthy snack.
Oh, yeah.
Why not, right? I mean, keep it all healthy. All right, we better talk about what's before us.
I think that the Cheetos Flamin' Hot definitely has more flavor than the regular cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, to me, it doesn't taste like the Flaming Hot Cheetos. Like, I love Flaming Hot Cheetos, like to probably an unhealthy degree.
You know what I find with the Cheetos Flamin' Hot? More of the corn flavor comes through.
Correct. Well, it's a corn crispy unpoof. I don't know what you call it.
I know, but this is corn.
Yeah, but this is popcorn. Popcorn is like the no-flavor delicious treat that you could add stuff to. And I get where they were going with it, but this tastes a lot like vinegar to me. Just straight up salad dressing, like a school pasta salad almost.
And you think they should have added more flavor to the cheddar?
Yeah. Yeah, that tastes like Italian dressing.
So it sounds to me that in the end you're sticking with Smart Food.
I'm going to stick with Smart Food and then regular Cheetos because they're my beloved, the crunchy ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they do Cheetos right. But now that Cheetle is a thing, who knows what we're going to see next.
I say good for them. It's not a bad snack. I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are going to love this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so interesting. But for me personally, I want the classic. I mean, Cheetos are the perfect texture. They have great flavor, and they coat your hands.
Well, and listen, they're going to sell a ton of it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No doubt. Good job, Cheetos. If you guys ever have an idea of a snack we should dig into, an idea of anything to pair against each other, please contact us at thesnackauthority@gmail.com. Please let your snack eating friends know about us. Share, subscribe to us, give us a 5-star rating. We do love those. And we are the Snack Authority. For Ed and myself, have a wonderful snacking week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.